So I'm going to go through who has a Google My Business already. Okay, so do we need to go through the actual setup steps, or do we just need to move into Google My Business? Who needs to have it set up for them?
Okay, can I just interject? And
Yeah.
I have a favor. Can you please, I guess maybe to start with, and I tell this to my people all the time, I get very frustrated, confused when it comes to, you have Google local service ads, right? And then you have Google My Business, but then you have the third one, and please correct me if I'm wrong, which is Google Maps.
Yes.
So please take all of that and sort it out. Please.
Okay, so Google local service ads are ads that can be run from your, as I understand it, from your Google My Business. I will tell you that 1.5 years ago, I gave up on ads, running them myself. I have an ad manager because I can either learn to run ads and be into that every day, or I can sell houses. Okay, Google My Business is your profile that's on your website. Google Maps is where you can go on and review different businesses, do digital mayor work, upload your pictures, upload things about the neighborhood. I have yet to see that Maps is tied to Google My Business. Oh, shush. And Google's talking to me. She thinks I'm talking to her. So yeah, laugh at me, laugh near me, don't care. So once they can tie those together, and you know they will eventually.
So they are actually
my
not
number will go way
together?
up. Ask your question?
Yes, sir. They're not tied together?
I can't tell that they are because my Texas Pride Realty, by the way, I'm Bob, I run Texas Pride Realty. Texas Pride Realty, Google My Business shows I have like 10 pictures. Google Maps for Texas Pride Realty has 800 pictures with 14 million views.
Right.
And I've been asked, because I've been reviewing places and I'm still doing more. But my question has been, when are these two going to see each other? And I know that they'll do it eventually.
So,
but for right now, I'm not getting credit for all those views.
So like, here's part of the question too. So like, for example, you have the Google My Business, and then let's say Google Maps. Like in the top right-hand corner, it shows your little picture, your little icon or whatever. But it's interesting that you say that they don't talk to each other, and super annoying. But
let me give you an example of this, and then we'll get back into the strategies and the structures and fun stuff like this.
And I'm a visual person, so I like you to show me, please, sir. Thank you.
And by the way, when I share my screen, if you see passwords or something you don't like, just close your eyes.
Okay.
Because I never know, like when I'm sharing a social media site, if that's the time that my friend tries to post some political or something, you know, crazy. Hey, I just went to the gym and I'm not wearing. Don't post that right now.
Right.
Don't mind me if my 12-year-old comes walking in his underwear, because that could happen.
Yeah. So under Maps, you see that I've changed over here. The little icon is Texas Pride Realty because I have lots of multiple identities here. I go to your contributions, and I've got 941 contributions. I've got 15 million views on my photos. Sort by views.
Bananas.
My #1 photo, come on, baby, is of a pub that closed after the pandemic, but I still have it up here. So that one's gotten 4.4 million views. And has this led to a house? Probably not. Does this show that I know my community?
They dress up in these fancy shoes.
Hey, y'all, the fancy shoes. Kathy Stone, I'm going to mute you. Sorry, Kathy. Fancy shoes are great, though. But when you go to my Google My Business, by the way, to get to Google My Business, everybody, let's start a little bit back at the beginning. You go to business.google.com. Okay. And if you need help with the setup, just email me directly. I'm bmccraney@yourcoach.com, and I'll do a one-on-one with you. Because I've already set it up, I can't go back through a setup. But under here, under photos, Heidi, I don't have those photos.
You're not sharing your screen anymore, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, just imagine what I'm doing. Under photos, like here, I've got 941 photos. Under here, I just have these.
It's so weird.
So I don't think Maps is talking to Google My Business yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Google.
But did you post it on Maps?
I posted them on Maps because Google My Business wasn't a thing back then. So I'm already downfield far downfield on here with reviews and posting, you know, photos and stuff like that around the city. And this came along and I'm like, can these two talk to each other? And so far the answer is, yeah, no, we're not sure.
Hey, Bob, are you suggesting that we also post on Google Maps? I haven't
Yes.
done that yet.
Yes. So what you do on Maps is when you go to dinner, you know, take pictures of the food, or you just take pictures of the shop or whatever, and you come on here and let's do one.
Bob, can you make that any bigger? I can't see it at all. So any writing that's on there?
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you.
Okay. So let's say
If it's too small, sorry, Bob, there is a slide. If the little icons of everyone's video, in between that, you can actually enlarge it on your own screen. I don't know if that helps.
that's very helpful. I did not know Zoom had that. So let's just say take Cafe Brazil, which is one of my places I like to go. I could come on here to Cafe Brazil. I can do this on my phone. Once I take the pictures on my phone, I can go down here to reviews and write a review and add photos. And a lot of people, when they're trying to figure out where to go to dinner, there's write a review, there's add photos. You can, when you're writing the review, you can add the photos in. A lot of people, when they're trying to figure out where to go to dinner, they look at those reviews and they look at those photos. The Keg is a great restaurant here. By the way, Heidi, you and I need to talk about where we're going to go to dinner at Summit. So the Keg, you would come here, you'd look at all the steaks, you'd look at, you know, the menus, you'd look at all the reviews. I can't believe anybody gave them a 1 star. There's me giving them 5 stars 5 months ago. And you just start to accumulate credibility by doing that. Pamela Jackson in the house. So Heidi's point is very good. I don't know, these two don't tie together yet. When they finally bridge these two, I think my Google My Business will go way up. So let's start with the product, Google My Business, and come back to that because we kind of went deep a little bit. This is the home screen for Google My Business. When you're setting up your business, it's important how many here are the owner of your brokerage? Okay, so how many here are I shouldn't say just agents, but are agents? I guess the remainder. And if you don't have your camera turned on, please turn your cameras on. I love to see faces. So if you're the broker of your business, you're absolutely fine. If you're an agent of your business, what you want to do is at some point when you're typing in, let's say you're Andrew Hersey, Star One Realtors. At some point it's going to come up and say, we already have an entry for Star One Realtors. Is that you? Say no. If you say yes, then it's not going to let you go further because they're thinking you're taking over Star One Realtors and your broker will call you at some point and grump at you for having their profile. It can also hang you up into getting, well, show us your E&O insurance and all this fun stuff. Always be, I love Kathy, but I got to meet you again. Always be, you know, Tony Kaufman, comma, name of real estate brokerage, independent phone number. Okay, so if your name is unique and the brokerage is the same and your phone number is unique, you should be able to go ahead and register. Okay, that's where I've seen some people get screwed up. So does everybody understand that? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. So once you get established, and it may ask you to verify, it may, you know, come up and ask you for some sort of, you know, verify your email address, things like that. Once you're established, this is the home screen you want to be looking at here. Okay, they have posts, they have photos, they have create an ad. Of course, they have create ads. You can update, you know, anything about your business from here, and it'll show up on Google pretty quickly. It'll tell you how you're doing. Like I have 971 views, and I've showed up in 810 searches. I don't know if these are good numbers or bad numbers yet because I'm just figuring this out. 309 activities, don't know. I've had 312 map views, which apparently is 42% less than it should be, but okay, or it had been, but I'm up 28% in my searches. These are numbers that over time will make more sense to me as we get into here. Reviews are absolutely important, okay? It says I have 9 reviews. I thought I had 30 reviews, but I apparently only have 9, so I will build this back up. And so if you want to get more reviews, there's a place in here you go to reviews, and there's a shareable link that you can send out. You can also reply to reviews, which is important. If you have reviews, reply to them. Mary Beth is shaking her head. Thank you so much. And the ones you haven't replied to, like I need to go out here and do some replying on there. You want to reply to reviews because it looks like the business is engaged, especially if it's not so pretty review. If it's a not great review, tell people thank you. I can't make an improvement if I don't know, that sort of thing. You know, if it's, we did have somebody give us a negative review, I think on Yelp once because he couldn't get lending. And of course we can't reply about the financial status. We couldn't be like, dude, you have $2 and no credit, but wrote us a bad review for being bad realtors because we couldn't get this person a house. So that can happen too. But the other thing is,
Bob, is there a strategy should you be doing something daily, or can I just reply to all reviews at once? What's the better
I would
strategy?
do I'm going to do this like once a week. I'm setting up a time block. You know, I'm time blocker, right? Time block is important. I'm going to set up once every 2 weeks. I'm going to just take a whole day for social media. This is a new platform. I want you to start treating this like a new Facebook, and you're getting in at the ground level because 60% of agents in the country don't have this yet. Give it another 4 or 5 years and it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm on Facebook, it's fine, you know. But this is a new strategy that, you know, we're trying to push all the coaching clients into. So,
Well,
and by the way,
feed
just
off of
interrupt
that,
me if
Bob.
you have questions.
I was just going to say to Tony's comment, you get an email every time you get a new review. So if you mark that as unread and when you have time, go back and reply to it. That's just kind of my strategy so I don't forget to do it.
You
have a
also
whole-
get,
That's mine too.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was just affirming. That's how I've done it too. Because they don't always come on in at once either. So it makes it easy to reply as they come in.
Okay. And if there's anything in the chat I need, Danielle, I would really prefer you just jump in because I'm not going to be able to see the chats. I'm in the need of a knowledgeable and reliable ads manager. Okay, that we'll deal with that in a minute, maybe. I forgot where I was going with this. I'm going to set up a day every 2 weeks where I do nothing but social. Like I'm going to take a Saturday because I'm not in production. I've got 14 agents and I make them do all the work. I'm going to set up a time every other Saturday to just sit here and I'm going to have a list of TikTok, Instagram, my WordPress sites, my YouTube, and I'm just going to go through each one and keep moving them forward over time. And I'm not going to be able to get it all done in one Saturday, but over time, I'm going to shape the whole social media to have everything matching and content across all of them. And it's going to be a day of thumbs on my phone and looking at things on my computer. So, and this is now a new site that we need to work on. So you can do posts in here. I did last night because I was trying to be sure I knew what I was talking about today. I did COVID-19 update, which those show up faster because Google wants to get information about COVID out there. So I just put a COVID-19 update out there that we will all be wearing masks now. And due to Delta variant, we are recommending all clients wear masks when showing our agents will as well. I didn't put a picture with it or anything like that. I just put that up there. And then when I Googled myself, I saw that. I also did a little post about the market trends. I went on my MLS and they have the really cool trends graphs. And I was talking about how we had gone below 1 month supply and now we're back at 1.4 months supply. Does not mean the crisis is over in housing, but you know, hey, we're getting a little bit better. And I just want to see how those posts go. I did put a call now button on here that if I click that, it's going to call my cell phone. Don't click it right now. Don't make my phone ring right now, people. And this was a sign up to our website. So I could try to start tracking, you know, how that's doing. Info on your company. Info. So this is where you want to be sure that your address is right. The hours you're open are right. Service area I left empty because we serve 5 counties, so I didn't want to like limit that. If you had special hours like holiday weeks, you could do that. Some of this is built for like restaurants and businesses, but we can utilize it. Our website, a Calendly link. If they want to make an appointment to find out about their house or find out about our services, I made a Calendly link that'll go to my calendar and I'll give them a phone call and say, hey, you know, yeah, I want to come sell your house. I have not done products yet. I was trying to figure out, you know, what I wanted to do with that, whether it's buyers and seller videos or something like that. I can get into that. Types of services you work in. Wheelchair accessible, we're virtual office. I don't know what to do with that. And then a description of your company and when it started. And you have the ability here to add more photos as well. I've already uploaded a cover photo and I've already uploaded a few other photos and they show up in the photos area. I don't have a store code because, you know, some of this stuff is like if you had different branches, this is where God don't, you're not temporarily closed, you're not permanently closed, don't remove me. But yeah, and then some ad credits, and it's showing you what an ad would look like if you were using this for the ads. Like I said, I outsource my ads, so I don't use this part of it. Insights. This was kind of cool. How many people typed it in directly, typed in Texas Pride Realty directly? And that was 89 people. And this is for 1 month. Let's take it to 1 quarter. So direct was what, 315 people? People who discovered your profile searching for the category, product, or service. They're looking for a real estate agent, or they're looking for a house for sale. There was what, 1,604. And then customers who found your business searching for a brand related to your business. Let's say they typed in Remax or Keller Williams or any of the other number of brands that any of y'all could work for, and Texas Pride Realty showed up. Is this important to us? Yes or yes? I need to see heads, thumbs, whatever. Okay, so this, and I had no knowledge of this till about a month ago. I was like, I just assumed Google was skipping me because I'm not on the first page of this listing. They're not skipping us. Who gets the phone call? We'll put you on the first page of Google for $1,000 a month, and it's some long tail search nobody's going to do. Yeah, this is a way around that. That whole industry should be crying right now because we have access to stuff they don't want us to have. This is again a place that I could start advertising if I wanted to directly. By quarter, actually that's hard to read. Let's go back to by month. Listing on searches and listings on maps. How many people have seen us through search and how many people have seen us on maps? Which is kind of a cool graph. I've been heavily invested in maps, but I haven't been promoting it. So one of the things I'm going to do is try to figure out how I can share. I want to put on the homepage of my website a link to my Google My Business and a link to my Maps profile so that they can see how much we've done. Okay. And then customer interactions. And this is not so fabulous, but I want to make it better. And I'm a very open book. There are some parts of my business I think I'm really good at, and then I look at this and go, wow, I could use some help on that. So I don't want to just show people who are fabulous at everything. I just want to show, hey, I'm learning too. Okay. I'm not sure. These are where customers request direction. Oh, requesting directions to your business, which is interesting because I have a mailbox. I'm a virtual business. But this will show you where people were when they were asking how to get to your business. Number of phone calls that came through, photo views. So my photo views for some weeks are really high, and then this is businesses that are like me. And I just want to tell them there's no business like me. It's amazing. Not enough data yet on my photo quality. But here's the other thing. Gets to Heidi's point. I'm not getting credit for all my photos because half of them were uploaded in the Maps platform. Here's the section on reviews. We talked about that. This is messages to the company. People could send us a message through this platform. We need to be responsive. You will probably get an email that somebody gave you a message, but it's important to reply to those. Photos, we're going to talk about this in a minute. I have started doing geotagging. So like this is something Tom talked about recently. I have one of my admins is going through 10 years of sales. Okay, I sent the admin a list of all of our MLS numbers we sold. The admin's job is to download the file, save the file by the name of the address of the house. So I'll know that this was 123 Banana Street and the year it was sold. And so I'm going back through those pictures now that I know where they are. I'm geotagging them and putting a little Canva graphic on it with our logo and the sold year, and then uploading it back.
So the geotagging is what they're saying.
I'm uploading it into Google My Business, so hopefully it'll start showing up when somebody's looking at maps of that area. Hopefully this comes up as a permanent just sold postcard, but I want to put the year it was sold so that people don't think I sold it just now. Questions on that?
Could you show that again, Bob?
Okay, so what I did was I went into my MLS and I typed in the code for my brokerage, and I brought up all the sales my brokerage has done in 12 years. I gave that to my admin. Their job is to go on, right click on the photo and download it back from MLS. Then I'm going into Canva Who has Canva?
Yeah.
Your hand's not up, you need Canva. And pay for the good version of it. I went into Canva and I just open. So this is 361 rolling ridge. And I just put on the little sticker that said sold. Come on, baby, come on. Sold in the year and my Texas Pride Realty logo. I don't know why that went away, but it's back there. There, thank you. So I just did that. I saved this version of the photo. And
Right.
then I went to a geotag company.
Can you go in a little detail in regards to geotagging, please? For
Yes,
some people?
I will do that. And by the way, I paid these people $200 a year. I'm sorry?
Their name rhymes with Leon. Sorry, go ahead. Take notes, Leon.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where we were going with that. So
He
give
does.
me just a second here. Let me pull something up on my screen. I didn't want to do it shared. So this is what I'm doing here, sharing screen. Leon, are you ready? So these are some of the houses that I've downloaded already. Can you see the list of houses right here?
Yes.
So the next one I just did Rolling Ridge. And so let's do 400, whatever. And well, it would help if I didn't just say 400, whatever. Let's see what was the address of that. So I'm going to right click on here and rename. So simple to just copy this out. Rename. And instead of renaming, I'm just going to copy it. So this is 400 Callis, whatever in Sunnyvale. I can't say that name. So if I just do there in Sunnyvale, it knows it was in Sunnyvale, Texas. Yeah, I'm already a member. It doesn't recognize my activation. It would drop this in here and give you the geotag. Sorry, I activated it on that computer, not this computer, and I should have last night. So it would drop the geotag in here and let me download it again.
Which program is that, sir?
It's called GeoImager.
Thank you.
GeoImgr.com. And I apologize, I should have activated it in both places. Basically, as soon as you put it in here, it's going to drop geographic tags into this area here. You can put a keyword description, which I would put sold home in Sunnyvale.
So this would be where you'd put, I was the buyer's agent, seller's agent, anything like that, right?
I wouldn't put a lot of text here. These are my like tags.
Okay.
Okay. And then I would download this version and I'd put this in my Google My Business. I actually skipped a step. I should come in here, take this one out, and I should upload that house into here. Make a sticker for it and then geotag the one with the sticker on it.
Got it.
So first step, download all your houses. Second step, put the sticker on. Third step, geotag it.
Wow.
I know it's complicated. This is where you probably want an admin to do this. And I apologize, I don't have the slick system yet. I'm figuring this out with you, okay?
No, I
But-
appreciate this.
Yeah.
But that's
I
what,
think the big thing was the geotagging because I didn't know how to geotag. I was like,
and
what?
some of them remember their geotags. Like some of them, like some of the pictures I was doing last night in preparation for this, when I brought it into this system, it already had longitude and latitude coordinates because it remembered where it was from. It was embedded in the media. So I didn't have to put the address in, it knew it. But the other thing is you can upload multiple, I don't want to do interiors.
No.
Because interiors change and for security reasons and stuff like that, I don't want to do that. But front of houses, that's public. But you could upload 10, geotag all 10 here. So let's say I was going to do a business. Let's say I was going to do the Keg and I took a lot of pictures of the steak and the restaurant and the mixed drinks and stuff like that. I could upload 10 of them at a time, geotag all those to the Keg, come back in here and upload them.
Okay.
And then put them on. Now I'm hungry.
Bob, this is going to be available for us to view again.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. And where would I find it? In Tom's, in Illume?
I will send out the link because I didn't do this through Illume.
Thank you.
For various reasons, I prefer teaching directly rather than going through that.
All right. Thank you very much.
And you get me drunk later, I'll tell you why. Okay, so that's photos. And I am really going to be pushing photos hard. I run another site that I have bloggers for, Today's DFW. Open, open, open. So this is a blog of where to go eat, what to go do in our city. Okay. And so I will go back in here because I've been building this up over time. I'm going to take all the pictures back out of here, geotag them and reinsert them into my Google My Business. So I pay people 25 bucks for 5 pictures and 2 paragraphs. It has to be original paragraphs. I end up owning the pictures and I end up owning the paragraphs. So this person wrote a review of this cute little store. And then we tagged it in our WordPress site about where it's about. And I've got all this content that I'm sitting on here that I will now be able to pay an admin to come back and through geotag it, stick it on there and build it through Maps and build it through Google My Business. It's one of these things that I started this years ago, not knowing exactly what we're going to use it for eventually. And it's been good for what it's been good for. But now I have content I could use. What I try to do with each of these is like, this is a great taco place. And this guy did this, little review for me. And I would try to do is, it has 2 locations, and tag them in it. And then I take this on Facebook and I tag them in the review so that they like, oh my gosh, our taco place got reviewed by Texas, by today's DFW. And what they don't realize is it's like 3 people in a computer and a cell phone camera, but they think it's a big review. And I don't tell them it's not. So one of my long-term goals is to go back through and take all this content and put it back up through Google My Business and Google Maps. We're trying to find one that has the actual tagging in it too, because sometimes what we do is we link this back to Texas Pride Realty Group and we say, hey, if you want to live near this great store, here's a radius map of the store and all the houses that are nearby. And what I'm discovering is that the admin I had working for me didn't put all of them in there. So that's something else to go do on my social media day.
I love this idea. I'm not a blogger yet, but I can see now where I can use it, and maybe I will start blogging a little bit more. I feel like it could be a great Facebook page as well, like Morris County Concierge kind of thing.
So like, here's an example, Steel City Pops, and you get a feel for what they are and you're already hungry because, like who doesn't want that? And if you want to live near this ice cream shop, click on this link from Texas Pride Realty Group and it goes to my amazing IDX and it shows you all the houses near that place. If you can afford a $6 million house, you can buy your own damn ice cream. So
Right.
I know Heidi sells those every week. I don't end up selling $6 million houses. So, but yeah, so I try to link all the sites back together. And so one of my goals is to take the content sources I already have been building over the years and get them into this. Who's overwhelmed?
Not overwhelmed, but I may have a suggestion and maybe a workaround.
Okay.
Okay, I have HomeSnap. Does anybody have HomeSnap? Okay, so HomeSnap, if you get the pro version, they will do your Google page for you and set up ads for you. So I went to go try to do my Google My Business page. And since I had signed up for HomeSnap, they had done it already. And I'm like, and I was trying to fight with this. And I'm like, why am I fighting with this when I can easily, if it's already there and I'm already paying for it, let them handle it. They actually run an ad for me like every month. And I've actually gotten better reviews from it since it's done that. So the geotagging I still think is important, but if they're going to do that Google My Ad thing, run the ads for you, I think it's just an addition. So that may be an easy way to set that up. I don't know.
Okay.
The only thing about using HomeSnap is that they actually own your Google My Business page. So if you ever decided to get rid of them,
Right.
that would be a challenge.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
No,
my,
ma'am.
no.
No, ma'am.
Now, when I used HomeSnap, I don't use them anymore, but I had already I set up my Google My Business and then I gave them access. So then I could take that access away. So there is a workaround there.
Okay.
So, and I'm just gonna, by the way, Stephanie Arnett is on the call. Love Stephanie. I a big proponent of you own your own home. You own your email. You are never your name at theirbrokerage.com. You do not use their IDX, you use your IDX. You do not use their CRM, you use your CRM. Because they, even if you stay at this company for life, they could get a different vendor next month and screw your whole website. Do not build a house on land you do not own. That's what I keep telling people. Do not build your house on land you do not own. Don't let somebody own your Google My Business page.
Another thing Coach Bob told me years and years and years ago is buy your name off of GoDaddy.
Yes.
If you don't, I will go and buy everybody's name today. Trust
And
me.
she's not giving them back.
No.
No, she
Who
won't.
buys too many shoes?
Got mine, boo-boo. Got mine.
Who buys too many shoes?
Oh,
Who
Erica
buys too
does
much
way
jewelry?
Too many shoes and outfits.
Who
Erica,
buys too much makeup? Who buys too much Starbucks? I buy too many URLs.
I have a question about the HomeSnap and Google business page and the integration of that. And so I don't know, I've had HomeSnap for a while, and then this whole my business page thing just started. So, but I just gave access to HomeSnap to my page. So do I own my page? Do they own my page? I don't understand what to do here.
Did you set your page up? Did you set your My Google business page? of yourself?
I think, yeah.
Then it sounds like you own yours.
Then it's
That's how
mine.
I did.
Because I just gave them
mine up.
access.
So something that
Exactly,
you might want to
yeah.
look at.
Yeah.
This is, okay, let me share screen again. So this is in my Google My Business. Go to users, see who has access to it.
Yeah,
Be sure you're listed as primary owner.
okay.
If you're not, they're a threat to you. And I don't have any money in HomeSnap or any of their competitors. I don't get a toaster oven for referring anything, but own your shit.
Yeah.
Let me sound like Heidi Schrock for a minute. Own your fucking shit.
at least
I love
he
Heidi.
knows
I love
me.
you,
He
Heidi. I
knows
love
me.
you.
He knows me.
But don't let anybody else ever own you. A broker, a partner, a spouse, a company, don't let them own you.
Wish I'd have had this conversation 9 months ago.
Go, Robin, I would love for you to follow up with me and look on yours and see if you're listed as the owner.
I'll look right now, but I don't think I am.
You might be able to contact HomeSnap and work something out. I'm not 100% sure, but it's worth a
Yeah.
try.
I think I can. I just have to do it the right way. It's just going to take some time.
Oh, sure, we'll give you this free profile that we built for you for $500 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
Exactly.
I love these business. Who has questions? Because I know that was a lot very quickly.
Okay, quick question. So if I go through and buy my different domains, I have one, Kathleen and Home, but my name is Kathleen Swenson. So I buy KathleenSwenson.com, KathleenRealty.com, can I link those so that anybody who search that comes to the same?
You take your primary domain, Kathleen Holmes, right, is what you said? And that goes to your website. Then everything else points to Kathleen Holmes. Any other ancillary versions of your name, point them to the primary version so that you're training people to go to the primary version. Okay, so I have Texas Pride Realty. I went and bought Texas Pride Real Estate, Texas Pride Properties, Texas Pride Management, Texas Pride Homes, and then I bought all the major cities. I bought Austin Pride, Dallas Pride, Fort Worth Pride, all the other versions of my name I could think of. I don't want anybody building a Walmart next to my big house. I don't want any vacant land around my website. I want to own the acres around it because I did have somebody come along and figure out a version of my name, TX Pride. And I was like, no, damn it, that's my name. And I went to the Secretary of State and got it back. But I had missed a version. Okay, and I won't have it because
And
you build your brand and you build your
GoDaddy,
business. I'm sorry.
GoDaddy, I'm sorry, yes, sir. GoDaddy will do that for you, by the way. All you have to say is this is my main domain, and they will take all 37 of your remaining links and point them all to your main one.
They're $10 a year.
Not
It's
even.
not going to kill me to own. I think I own around 200 domains. Some of
See,
them I
I thought I
buy
had
because I
one.
don't want my competitor to have them.
Agreed.
Best Dallas real estate agent sort of stuff.
Bob, do you remember when we were, it was at an elite retreat and Tom very carefully walked around stating how he, because his father did not purchase his name and he purchased it, but then was able to turn around and direct all of that traffic to Tom Ferry. So if you don't like
Had a
somebody in your
competitor-
area, if you don't like somebody in your area, see if their name's for sale and I would buy it.
It's a violation of the code of ethics to own deceptive URLs. But you can
Then
go
just
into
hold on to them and sell them
But you-
back to them for
But
an
you go into
obsessive
GoDaddy and you mask the registration. You make the registration private. Not that I would do that. I had a true story, had a competitor drunk text me in the middle of the night on Facebook about how they were going to open up a branch in my area and they're going to put me out of business unless I hired them and gave them like a 99-to-1 split. You know, you can either hire me or I'm going to come put you out of business. I'm moving into this area of town, which I'm like, I serve 4 counties, move into that area. But he like literally drunk texted me like 3 names he was thinking of for his business and how good they were. I'm 100% that bitch. I went online and bought all 3 of those names, every variant I could come up with. Never did it. Best drunk text night I ever had. And I held those domains for a year or 2. Yeah.
So Robin just said she is the owner, but she needs the postcard. So you just need to get that verification code via the
Yeah.
postcard.
Good, Robin.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else we want to go through Google My Business stuff? I don't want to leave anybody hanging here who has questions.
I don't have a question, but I don't want to interrupt the questions, but I do want to say, if you're interested in getting all of your reviews, Facebook, Google, there's various reviews, I have a website for you that'll put it on your main page.
Okay, put it in the
If you don't have
chat.
it already. Okay.
Put it in the chat. One thing I want to show you on this side here, when you do the Google My Business and get it filled out, this is what comes up when somebody searches for you. Now, what I have discovered is all searches are geographically based. So if you search for me in wherever you're at, you may get local realtors here and not me. Okay. I have a friend in Houston kept saying, Bob, your Google My Business doesn't work. Well, it worked for me and it worked for a lot of other people, but in Houston, he was getting this filled with other real estate companies. So it's about local business, okay? But this is how it looks when it comes up here. Now it knows that I'm the owner. So actually, let me go to incognito. If you don't know how to do incognito, it basically says, act like I'm a new person in the world. Texas Pride Realty. So here it doesn't know who I am. And yay, so there's the good search results there. But it's showing you, there's the Delta variant thing I put up last night. It's showing you my address. Nobody's asked me questions, but that'll be interesting. If somebody asks questions, I can come in and answer them. It's showing my reviews. It's linking to my Twitter, and I wish I could get it to link to other things here. But this is what comes up. And there's different pictures. It doesn't show your pictures you've uploaded. I wish it would. But this is really what we're looking for, is this panel to start popping up places. Oh, there's see photos. So let's see what it gives me here. Yeah, there. Look at that. That was a very interesting house I sold, but we sold it. So and these are just pictures of artwork around town. So that is working there. I wish it would give me all my maps photos right there too. But this is what we're really working towards getting filled out, so that when people Google for a real estate company, we can come up. Okay. Question in the thing. Heather, is it stating someone else owns my business on Google? Any suggestions? It's stating somebody else owns your business?
Yeah, it states someone else is managing this business on Google.
And what was your Google term that you searched?
I think it was Heather Schmidt Realty. It was the Heather Schmidt Remax Precision is what came up. Does Remax own that?
Yeah, when I Googled you, what part of the world are you in?
Iowa.
Okay, because I'm getting a Heather Schmidt in Dallas, Texas. So there legitimately could be somebody else with that name.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But
Yeah.
when I click on, so it pops up and it says Heather Schmidt, comma, Remax Precision. I click on that. Is that owned by Remax, you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is that your brokerage?
Yes.
Okay. Click on that and see who comes up.
Well, nothing comes up. It just gives me, it says request access, and then it says someone else is managing this business on Google.
What Google account are you signed in your browser? You might be signed into the wrong one because I have multiple email addresses. And if I'm signed into the wrong
Yes.
email, then it'll show that someone else manages it, even though it's me. It's just because
Oh.
I'm signed into the wrong
All
one.
right, all right.
Yeah, there's a little circle in the upper right corner with your face on it.
Yep, and that still says someone else manages this business on Google.
Okay.
So
If you
our
wanna-
brokerage had that happen, and what they were able to do is it took a little time in filling out some additional paperwork, but you can
Okay.
go in and verify that you're the owner if in actuality you are. It just takes a little bit more time.
Okay,
And if you run into a name situation, try a variant of your name and register that way, because there could be another Bob McCraney out there. God help
Okay.
them. And they better not be in real estate in Dallas, because I will go get them.
right.
This is the other thing. Heather brings this up. It's a good point, case in point. When there is a new platform that comes out, go out quickly and get your name. We lost out on our LinkedIn for a while because one of our employees went out and registered Texas Pride Realty on LinkedIn, and it took us challenging LinkedIn corporate with possible legal action, and we finally got it back.
Do you think it's
Because-
best to operate under your name or like you're under Texas Pride? You know what I mean? Do you
If
need
you're the
something like
broker, you
that?
want to grab the company. If you're not the broker, grab your name.
Okay, okay, I'm not a
And
broker, so,
do not integrate the name of the brokerage into your name.
okay,
Like, don't, because if you switch brokerages or something, I'm not advocating you switch, but if you do, then you're permanently some other brokerage.
right. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. Anyone else have questions?
So I'm
Who's
thinking
gonna,
about, I'm thinking about my name, right? I've got it a couple of different ways, but are you saying that we should do .co, .u, .buzz, .home? Are you thinking just TonyKaufman.com?
I would get the ComNet and org,
ComNet
ComNet and org. I wouldn't go beyond that. And the Association of Realtors is selling .realtor. I just don't think that's ever going to be a thing. I just don't think that's ever going to be a big thing. TonyKaufman.realtor. I don't know. I think they're probably getting some money from the GoDaddy people or whoever to sell those. I think .com is the best. I do own some .infos because they were only $2.
I was just gonna say, if the price isn't bad, I say, what can it hurt?
Yeah. Well, what can it hurt? Yeah. And
So
here I
now we
am, I
have
own
to go to
200 URLs and I don't want to own that one. Yeah, I got to stop somewhere.
Bob, I liked everything you said, but it's kind of new. I have the Google My Business page since you sent out that last email, but I don't have the verification back. But what would be the thing like to do first? It seems like there's a lot of stuff here. Once the Google My Business page is set up, would you go in immediately and start pulling off your old sales and geotagging them?
Yes, you could be doing that now.
Okay.
You could be gathering photos and gathering content now.
Okay.
And the other thing I would do, who takes a picture of the title company with, Stephanie bought a house and Stephanie holds up the sign and says, I'm the best realtor sort of thing. Go grab those, geotag those at the title company so that everybody who uses that title company sees that Stephanie closed a deal there and she's a great agent. Geotag your lender. Here's Steve and Jeff and they bought a house through, Janet was their lender, and geotag Janet. And start you'll help Janet get some business, but you're also going to tell people, anybody else who uses Janet or uses that title company, if you're not happy with your agent, here's me and I'm present. I think that's kind of a guerrilla marketing tactic to go do. Is geotag the other people in the business with you, the title, the lender. I don't know if you have inspectors that you want to geotag, as long as you like them. Just find ways to get that content out there.
My goal for this year is trying to get 100 reviews on Google. So I just took that link and went to everybody that I worked with and said, there's a new platform and I need your help.
Yeah. So one thing Tom talks about, who's got Zillow reviews? Okay, go out into Canva, take a picture of the house, go grab the text of the Zillow review. Put the text of the Zillow review in Canva on top of that house, because Google can still read the image. take that graphic now, upload it in Google My Business, because Zilla's going to screw us over, and if they have already screwed us over. Anyway, get your reviews out of there into a graphic format. Okay, that graphic can be shared on LinkedIn. It can be shared on any of the Pinterest. It can be shared anywhere. Graphics are everywhere.
That's actually a brilliant idea, what you just said.
Thank
It's
you.
really brilliant, like
Yeah.
really good, because then that picture, just like you said, Google still will recognize that picture. That's brilliant.
Tiny
Hopefully
URL.
everybody literally wrote that one down, because that's right there. That's the shit.
So I have on the bottom of all my emails have a thing that says, want to know more about me? Go to tinyurl.com/5-star Bob. And it comes to this. It comes to my an album in my Facebook, which is a public album. And I had gone through years ago and taken, had somebody take some pictures, and I put in these reviews. And then like years later, Tom came up with the same damn idea. And so now I have to say Tom said it. But so I did this and I uploaded them everywhere because I had 5 on Yelp and 2 on Realtor and this, that, and the other. And so I need to go, because now I'm a little skinnier and a little blonder, I need to go update some pictures and do this again. Yeah, these are some older pictures, but yeah, I did this. And then I also took some that were like this. I just took the picture like that and put them in here. But this is the bottom, the tinyurl.com 5-star Bob is at the bottom of every email I send out, so that people can see who I am. And I need to get some skinnier, blonder people in there. Heidi, would you be me for a little bit? You're skinnier and blonder.
Definitely blonder, for sure.
Yeah, and skinnier.
Bob,
Okay,
I
who-
like the old pictures of old Bob because it shows how long you've been in the business. If people look at that, they
Look
can
how
see-
young he was and look how old he is
Wow.
now.
This guy's been doing this a really long time. He must have a lot of experience.
One thing I do want to bring up in the event somebody does not get a 5-star review. I had a client who gave me a 4-star review because she did not like her home inspector. So after I beat everybody up within my own household and pissed off, angry, whatever, told, she's everything under the moon, asshole, whatever. I was talking with another individual and they said, hold on a second, Heidi. He goes, that's actually not a terrible thing. And I said, really? Because,
Yes.
I want all perfect 5 stars. And he's like, no, you don't. No, you do not. When you go on Amazon, what do you look for? You look for reviews. Don't you, Miss Erica, because you little Miss Shopaholic. What do? You look for the reviews. Now, if there's perfect reviews and there's 5, I'm probably going to keep scrolling. Now, if there is 5,000 reviews and they're like 4.8, I'm probably going to click on that and I'm going to start looking, because I want to be interested and see what actually was said. So I would actually go through there and be like, oh, okay, it actually said, well, this person is a moron and they didn't put the batteries in right. And that's why they give it a 4.8 star, because they didn't put the batteries in right, but the product works great. So moral of the story is, you know what? It actually makes you a real person.
Yes.
Because nobody is perfect. And I thought, even though I was still pissed off and whatever, after he said it to me that way, I was like, you know what? It's actually right. So just saying.
Yeah. Everything Heidi just said, yes. You want to look more realistic than perfect. I mean, speaking of which, who's on
But
TikTok?
what if we're perfect? I mean, we can't help it.
I'm actually
Mary
surprised
Beth.
Erica didn't say that. That's weird.
I adore you. So who's on TikTok? My best videos right now on TikTok, I did when I'm out walking and my hair is like this and I got earbuds in my ear and I am just serving up truth because I'm grumpy.
I love those.
It's like, that's me right now on TikTok. Hey, Cindy, I didn't see you hop on. So it's like, she's like, shit, I'm on. So that's, don't try to be perfect, just be authentic. Okay. If you're authentic, people can relate to you. I don't dress up in a suit and tie because I don't wear suit and tie. I don't appear different than I am. So who's got other questions related to this or not? You got 2 coaches on here for 9 more minutes. 3 coaches if Stephanie is still on.
I think she jumped on.
And you
Bob,
got
is
some,
there any really great places, restaurants or venues we need to check out when we're all in Dallas?
we have amazing Tex-Mex.
Oh,
We have freaking amazing Tex-Mex here.
okay,
Okay, everybody on Team Bob, I'm going to find us a place to go for a really nice dinner while we're here at Summit. It may be something we have to Uber to because right around the hotel, there's not a variety of restaurants. So we may Uber, we may, and, everybody share a big Uber bus or something. I don't know. If you can go to a place called Gloria's, is amazing.
okay.
There's Mi Casina, is amazing. Who here has been to the Dallas area? Okay, so there's great barbecue here too, but I'm a guac fan. I'm just barbecue. You can get a lot of different. So there's Mi Casina. There's Uncle Julio's in Oak Lawn area, which is a little far from the hotel. It's just and steak places are good here. There's a place called Bob's Steak and Chop House. I wish I had money from them, but they don't pay me for my name. So that's a big one. And there's actually one of those in our hotel at the Omni.
Oh,
So I know that every coach there is going to probably go ahead and block those for the night. And let's get people out of the place and go somewhere. So I'm probably going to set up my dinner at Gloria's. Gloria's is Mexican Salvadoran combination. It's so damn good.
I have a request.
Yes.
Can I get some pictures and text while you're doing that so that I can feel included since I'll be too pregnant to travel?
She's having a baby. Yes, you can. We will send you a bag of chips and some salsa. How's that? Yeah. So for those who don't know, Stephanie and Heidi were coaching clients of mine at one point. Very first summit, Stephanie at the very last minute couldn't make it. I went to the FedEx. I took all the summit materials and a couple of tchotchkes and shoved them in a FedEx thing and sent them to her that day so that she could have them so she could watch online and be part of the summit. This is before online was a big thing. Now, I have no official knowledge, but Texas, our governor does not think COVID is an issue. So we will probably not have any sort of lockdown. Knock on wood right now, we don't know. But Dallas has reinstituted a mask mandate. So if you come to the convention, we'll know more later. This is just what we know right now. But our county people are fighting with our state people, and they're like, we got to do masks because our rates are doing this.
Okay.
So do what you need to do to be healthy, please. If you come to Summit,
actually,
we would love to see you, but we want you to be healthy.
I did not know that you did that for Stephanie. That's awfully sweet.
Yeah, very first summit we were at, I just shoved everything in a FedEx and sent it out to Starkville, Mississippi, which I was like, I don't even know if FedEx knows where that is, but okay.
I'm surprised.
But yes,
you
Mary
got
Beth,
that
we will keep you included.
So a couple of things. One, when you do arrive at Summit, you will not be able to miss Bob. I can promise you that. This gentleman always wears a sequenced vest. So anywhere throughout the room, you will see him amongst whether it's 8,000 or 10,000 people, you will be able to find him. That is a fact.
I'm a little gay disco ball.
Point number 2, I will tell you this, Bob was absolutely my very first coach. I will never forget. And I wish we could kind of role play this a little bit, but I don't even think I could even try to reenact it. If you don't know me, just like anybody else, I can have a really bad day in real estate. I can be very bitchy and be like, this person sucked today. You're not even gonna believe about this seller. I immediately get on my coaching call with Bob. And I'm pretty sure I was like his first or second call of the day. So I got him pretty early. And, immediately right out of the gate, I'm bitching and moaning, and he stops me. He goes, "Are you done?" And I said, "I'm just letting you know what's going on." And he goes, "What is your name?" And I'm
Who am I
like,
talking to?
I said, "I really am not in the mood for this today. I'm just not."
Heidi, who am I talking to?
What? Go ahead, say it again.
No, who am I talking to?
And I'm like, I don't get it.
Heidi, who am I talking to?
No, I think you said, "What is your name?"
No, the script is who am I talking to?
You're talking to Heidi.
Who am I talking to?
Heidi.
Say it louder.
Heidi.
And it says, so go ahead and finish it out.
And he goes, "Say your first and your last name." And I said,
Yeah.
Heidi, Heidi Schrock. And he goes, "Then start fucking acting like it."
Yeah.
And you know what? that was one of the best coaching calls. I have never been kicked in the face like that. And I'll never forget it. It was, you know, I think we all kind of need that. So if you have Bob as your coach, you're very lucky. He really does care, and he will not take your bullshit. He didn't take mine. And I thought for sure I could, like, you know, pull the wool over his eyes. Absolutely not.
Thank
And
you.
I will absolutely never forget that. And you know what? When I
And have you used that?
Oh, I use it all the time.
Yes,
Robin,
yes.
wait till the next call. Erica, bitch, let's go. I'm not playing. Not playing. But
So
I
thank you
will-
for that.
this yet, actually.
So basically, the whole point of that script is own your power.
Mhm. Mhm.
Levon, Stacy, Tony, Ashley, all of you own your power.
Sure.
Don't let the little things in life get you down.
No.
You are freaking amazing rock stars.
You know, and the other
And
thing.
you've got Heidi behind you, you got me behind you, you got Stephanie behind you, you got Tom Ferry behind you. Go out there and just don't take shit off anything.
No, and you know, another thing, Stephanie, actually, I think it might have been Carrie, she also used to talk about the 5-minute funeral. Okay, you just had a deal die, be pissed off about it, say your piece, be whatever, hate everybody, hate the other agent, but then be done. It's not worth your energy, it's not worth your time. Just next, have the 5-minute funeral and put it to bed.
I like that.
Well,
Okay.
I think this has been absolutely amazing.
If anybody needs help, get with your coach, get with me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on all the platforms. Heidi can probably walk you through some of this. If Heidi wants to say, hey, go right to Bob, that's fine. I have no qualms with that. I try to give tech time as much as I can, or I can just kind of, you know, send you messages back and forth. I love Facebook Messenger, so connect with me if you need to that way. But Google My Business is incredibly going to be more important than Zillow ever was.
Agreed.
We have to get you in there.
Agreed.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
If you got a
Have
friend
great
request
weekends,
from me-
everybody. Go be
Thank
powerful.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, Bob.